Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, doing my SuperCoach team review slash preview for round 9 and I guess round 10. And yeah, the week wasn't necessarily the greatest. I mean, it was a 14,000 rank with a 2,405, and basically the only thing I got wrong this week was the Roberts. I played him on field over Closey, as I thought Closey would be impacted by the wet weather. Or the sort of dewy weather, and that wasn't the case, and so I reckon that's what's caused me basically to drop out of now the top sort of 600. I'm now at 711th for the season rank, and yeah, I'm still only like 500 off the pace, and if I get a good round then I can catch up. Team value is in a pretty good space. We're still gaining value, and we're sort of converting it from off-field to on-field guys, so that'll be good. And yeah, so I'm in a pretty good spot. Let me just check if I have the actual trades not loaded yet, so that's a good thing. So anyway, before we jump into this video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into this video. So as you can see here, if I just make this a little bit bigger, here we go. And yeah, you can go here, you can look at all that. 2,405, total score 19,551, 711 season rank, and team value of 13.3 million. With that being said, with about 100k in the bank, so 13.4 million is a pretty good spot to be in. And you can basically just see the stuff up there that cost me 58 points, and that's probably the reason why I dropped ranks in the end, as I think a 2460 probably would have seen me go up the ranks, or at least hold rank around that sort of top 500 or so. As yeah, I think I'm not too far off. If we do go down all the way down a little bit, here we go. So I was 19,550, so I would be 19,555 or something like that. Let me just double check that actually quickly here. I know it's annoying. 551, so 58 points would be roughly, what's that, 551 plus 58, that would be 609. So we are looking for 19,609, and where that would be if I hadn't done the stuff up, I'd be here around 468th, and yeah, I'd be pretty happy about that. So I wouldn't be, so yeah, just one little stuff up cost me 250 ranks, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, we move. And yeah, so day cost captaincy, that definitely did help. Tied with the best score of the week for me, just looking through here, yeah, with Butters, 147, he went off as well. So that was really good to see those two both go off. But yeah, Nick Dacos went off. Nick Martin in 83, he just butchered the ball. But I mean, most of the top sort of 1% have him, so it didn't really matter. Sheasel, 86, I am tempted to move off him, but I think he could also get that rollback. We did explain that in the fantasy video, so I'm going to hold him. Wangani Malaria has come back these last 2 weeks and really gone bang bang. I think he's gone 120, 113 or something like that. 115, 113 against two easier teams. Has Freo this week, who I think he could score really well against. They're scoring really poorly in terms of behinds as well. Their conversion rate is really poor at the moment. So I'd look at that and see that Wangani Malaria potentially, if he kicks the ball well, he should have enough disposals there to do well. And I don't think that that Freo will tag, so it's especially a forward target. So yeah, I think he'll do well. Roberts, he's going to get a game this week, as the Swans look like they're going to be unchanged from what I see on the sort of Swans in terms of their captain's run, etc. I don't think anything is going to change there with that. So yeah, I will be we'll be watching that. I do think that Roberts will get a rest sometime soon. I think he could be the one that goes for potentially a Callum Mills returning post-bye. There's so many options, and I just feel like the Swans will want to get more sort of their experienced guys in as they go to the latter end of the season, and that does sadly mean that Roberts probably is the one that misses out. But Roberts he's getting games under the belt, and this is what you sort of want out of a guy like a Roberts is playing, especially as a Swans fan, just these sort of not for necessarily SuperCoach fans, as it's sort of annoying, and fantasy fans, but or players I should say, but yeah, getting 10 games to him, 12 games into him when he's playing here, and then getting him back into the twos as well, playing off, and really giving him the keys in the twos is really going to help with his development, as he is probably the future after when Jake Lloyd goes, or even he could, which I don't think he will, I would rather a more lockdown player, he could go into sort of Harry Cunningham's role. Caulfield, he's sort of that loop with Bonner, and he's now 6 to 8 weeks away, something like that, or 4 to 6. So he's potentially going to come back in and actually and actually start playing. And he's got a 61 projected break-even likelihood. Break-even of 18. I swear the break-even was supposed to be... Okay, so the break-even's on... You know what's actually done here, I reckon, with some of these players? Let me just check. Oh, no. It looks like they've almost used the projected scorers. Let me just see if they've actually done this. Oh, no, they've just got really low projected scores. Look at the projected scores here. An 83, 88, a 66 for Luke Jackson. Yeah, so their projected scores are just really low this week. And that's why the 2200 is there. I don't know, maybe once they get named or something, they go up or whatnot. I don't know exactly, but that was really weird to see these really low projected scores. Matt Rouse, he's about to go down a lot, which is annoying because he was playing really well before I picked him up, which can happen, I guess. But anyway, moving on. Bonner, yeah, he's doing his role, and he's looking like one of the best buys of the year, and so he will be slotting in and hopefully holding that D6 spot down. As when he's on, and you can just see it here. If you take out this 49 game here, a 49 gets him to basically 719. 719 divided by 8 is like what? 719 divided by 8 is an 89, I believe, something like that. So yeah, he's had some really good games, and I think if he can get these 100 games more in stock, then he will be one of the guys that we can upgrade after the buys and be almost like a luxury trade. Him and Wangadeen Malira potentially are guys that will be luxury trades for me upwards. Closey as well, need to probably find a way to get him on field alongside Darcy Wilson staying on field, which probably means that the likes of a Sean Darcy moves to the bench, as Livingston should be back. Sweet should be back, and Livingston will move back to this sort of spot here, as he will be the loophole here, as we don't really need any more loopholes, to be honest with you, as we start to fill out the best 22. Let's just look at it here. Bontempelli did well, Butters did well, Rowell had a shocker, Walsh did pretty well, but worried about potential James Jordan. James Jordan's going to one of Newman or Walsh in my belief, so Walsh could be an odd one here that he could potentially get absolutely screwed. Steele 122 did really well. There was some news from, I think it was Ralphie about 3 or 4 days ago, saying that he was still battling and he was over the most of the information. It was such a old article, it felt like it was just about 2 weeks behind. Green 116, he's back, and yeah, as long as you don't trade him, he should. You effectively just have to cop that 5, and you don't really cop the sort of negative, the cash drop, as you haven't realized that cash drop. Clayton Oliver 87, Darcy Wilson 90, and that was the best choice there. Then you have Gorn 111. I VC'd him. I wanted more, and they basically didn't turn up till the last. But he's going all right this year. He's going all right. He's 130 average. So yeah, he'll be back, and he's got West Coast this week without who have Bailey Williams. So he should absolutely feast. Luke Jackson got an 89 against the Swans, and potential that he doesn't have Darcy by his side this week against St Kilda, which should help. I would suggest a little bit. But yeah, we'll wait and see on that one and just see how he goes, as Jackson is a 99 average, and he is sort of holding up as that roughly around that top 6 sort of forward, so hopefully he holds that. Sweet back this week should help. Heaney 118, just a 118 for Heaney seems low. That's how good he's playing at the moment. Flanders 108, Zorko 117, brought him in and he looks good. Looks good off that halfback role. Would love to see him have one of those games where he does a Nick Martin or something like that and has the 40 touches like he's been doing, but has it at like 95% efficiency. Because if he does that, he's going to go like 160. Harley Reid 59. I'm holding him this week just because his break even isn't necessary. His break even's 134. Could I drop him against Melbourne? Let's actually see his scores. He's still averaging 82. I think he's just done poor when he doesn't have Yo by his side, to be honest. So I'm not too worried about him. Yes, he'll drop a little bit, but I think he can pick it up again. And maybe he is hitting the rookie wall. Maybe this is the trade out that burns the not trending that burns my season. But I just don't know about that Nat 5 with a 150 break even. So yeah, it's something to look at there with Harley Reid and Nat 5 and really consider. Nat 5 has a 17 and a 60, but aside from that has 69s and 119, 89, 102, 103. So that'll be something that I can still trade. I can still reverse those trades. So maybe I'll put a poll up and look at some and think about that. But yeah, those two are sort of on the chopping block. Then you got Sam Darcy doing Sam Darcy stuff, and he's got a 36 break even. Does have the tough matchup in GWS, so I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't even hit the break even. But he's got some ruck time as well, which should help him get that break even. And then you got Biggie, who's not probably going to play, and Livingston won't play. So that basically is the side at the moment. And then we go into trades, and you got basically this at the moment, and it is Fife that's going at the moment alongside Roberts, as I basically fell about 2k short of doing this with the likes of a let me just see here, where is it, break even, and then it's also this, is it? It's this, and then that. Yep, and basically the whole thought was I basically fell about 2 or 4k short, and you'll see this because Fife is 399, right? So 399 minus 118. Let's just put that in. Minus 198 is 281. And then we look at Graham, 277.8. And I can even go down to the actual 399.1 minus 118.2. I fell 3.1k short. 3.1k short of being able to do Roberts and Graham to Ryan and Sullivan. I fell 3.1k short, but I guess I'm getting team value in the likes of holding probably Graham over holding the likes of Fife, who's most likely going to go down. And then yeah, I basically just need to upgrade. I would almost say I have 3 guys left to upgrade in Closey, Sweet, Reed, 4 guys actually, if you include Reed, who I'm sort of out and out about. So I got 4 guys to upgrade, and that means that I can even hold, or potentially, hopefully, the best case scenario is that I have enough cash. And this may be the reason why I have to do, and this is what I want to be able to do, is put Graham and someone together, maybe Graham and Darcy together, and get a good F6. That is what I want to do out of these two, so that Closey can, in a sense, Closey or Darcy Wilson can become a spare guy on the bench. So yeah, I'm trying to almost have enough cash now that I can start trading these guys out and have a spare guy on the bench. So that is sort of why I want my team value to keep on going up and up and up, and that's why I want Clark and Hugo Garcia and stuff like that to play, as these guys playing will, in essence, help me to save trades, as I hopefully will have 9 trades left when I want to finish my upgrading, when I finish it. So that'll be good. But yeah, that basically is the video there. Looking at the side here, we will be having that way around, as we did in the fantasy video. We had the Nick Dacos into Max Gorn. And yeah, the real worries this week are, I would say, Closey, Raul getting back to his best would be nice. Jackson, so basically the rookies here, and Closey, Sweet, Harley Reid, Wilson, and then also Jackson and Raul, I would say, are the big worries this week. And then also this role for Harry Sheezel that we might need to fix up as well. But I feel like I'm in a really good position. Only got sort of 3, or even Darcy Wilson at the moment, with the way he's playing. His L3 is actually pretty good. If we look at that quickly here, let me just see. Does it show L3 or anything, or last couple? L3 of 101. So if he's holding at that, then he's probably not going to be needed to be traded. But Harley Reid's L3 is an 88, which isn't even that bad. And L5 of 92, and Darcy Wilson 86. So yeah, it may be Closey next week, something like that. Sweet's got another couple of weeks of cash gen. It may be a Closey and Sam Darcy up next week, or maybe just a Sam Darcy down to get some cash gen in for Richards or something like that. It may be a simple week like that next week, but that's a lot of forward planning to already know your trades for the next week, so that's probably not the best idea to go with. So we'll just see how this week goes. I think that's the best set of trades that I can do. Getting in Luke Ryan for his game against St Kilda, which looks like he could go huge, and then also getting in Sullivan, because even 1 to 2 weeks of him going If he goes, 50 or something like that, 41, he goes up 61k. So he could have 2 weeks of 40 and honestly just barrage up into the 200k range very, very quickly. And if he has a 60 or 70, say he's had 2 scores of 75. If he goes 75, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets close to 200k, 220k or almost by the start of the buys. 220k by the start of the buys, and that's starting to get to the point where he can be used in an upgrade a luxury upgrade of like a Bonner up or something like that if we need to by then. But anyway, that is the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.